You are listening to the Tucker Carlson Sportscast.
Hey, Terry, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, brother. You know, I just came back from another back surgery of mine because, and now I'm getting older. I'm starting to shrivel up a little bit, man. I'm having to keep myself slim and trim, strain myself out a little bit, with my beautiful new wife, newfound faith in God. And you know something? All the little Hulkamaniacs cheer me on, man, especially right now. Now we're going through difficult times right now, brother. But I've got a lot of support from the fans, cheering me on, and really gets me out of bed every day.
Yeah, that's great. So you just took over Dream Catalogue. How's that going for you?
It's oh, brother, let me tell you, it's a challenge, man. I mean, I'm used to working like 400 nights a day every year, for like 20 years while I was working the WWF. But, I've been running Dream Catalogue for just over a month now, and it's already like way more stressful. Oh my God. And then you've got the weasels, around your ankles all the time. The raccoons coming in, stealing the stock. We've had 4.
The weasels?
We've had 4.
The weasels?
We've had 4. It's not a joke, man. We've had 4 separate incidents.
Yeah, sure.
We've had 4 separate incidents of raccoons running into the warehouse, man, and then stealing our stuff, brother. That's Hogan's stock. That's Hogan's investment in the future, man. And these weasels and raccoons that they're putting out videos saying that the Hulkster doesn't know how to run the company, and they're the ones sabotaging it behind the scenes, man. It's all backwards. It's all backwards right now, brother.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too good. But how does it compare to? So you were involved in pro wrestling for 30 years, I believe?
Yeah, man, pretty much my entire adult life. I was...
Now you find yourself in the world of music all of a sudden. How does it compare?
Well...
Because I know the sort of presence of the woke left is really massive in music and not so much in wrestling?
Yeah. Well, I've got my good friend Jimmy Hart, and Jimmy Hart's great. He's a master musician himself. And, me and Jimmy, we used to, back in the 80s, a lot of the wrestler themes, you might have heard them. They were composed by me and Jimmy in the studio together, jamming out. And I've released albums before. And generally speaking, the left presence, as you pointed out, it is stronger today, but there's one core group of audience. There's one core audience that never goes away, and that's the Hulkamaniacs. They stay loyal to anything I put out, and that's why I love them. That's why I've got Hogan's Beach Shop, and that's why ultimately I turned around my life, man, because I was down and out. I was at the bottom. I looked up to the skies. I repented. I turned to Christ, and God showed me that the love that all the Hulkamaniacs have for me is just as strong as the love God has for me, man. It's powerful.
Yeah. Faith is so important. So you're a very religious man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're a Christian, right?
I've been wearing a cross around my neck since before I knew what it meant, brother.
So how does it feel being a Christian in the music scene when most people in the music scene, it seems to me, are Satanists or on the woke left? So,
Yeah,
it seems like a little bit of oil and water.
Yeah, it's absolutely a challenge, brother. The Dream Catalogue, that was one of the main reasons why I was so interested in, stepping in and being general manager, because I saw that they had this bubble that was sort of like a protected scene, from the woke left and the Satanists, nihilists. I thought it was like a protected, environment, brother. That's genuinely what I thought, is like an outsider looking in. But the more I've gotten my hands dirty with trying to solve this label, man, it's... Brother, it's a real test of faith, brother, let me tell you.
So it's a real test of faith? Is that because of the weasels that you talked about earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you've had a bit of an issue with one of the weasels on your label. Doc Weasel, I believe his name is.
We really have to mention him, brother. I'm done.
Well. I think we have to bring him up because he did make some pretty rude remarks about you.
Yeah,
just this past week, actually.
He made some remarks that were really, out of pocket. The Hulkster's always care about his image, and the Hulkster's always cared about his appearance to all the fans, all the kids. And at the end of the day, when Doc Weasel looks his little black beady eyes in the mirror, brother, he's got to wake up and know that he's putting this hateful content out there, against someone who's much bigger than him. And someone who's got God on his side, that Doc Weasel, you've said it before, that the Satanist nihilist crowd, I'm pretty sure Doc Weasel's a Satanist. I'm pretty sure Doc Weasel's a nihilist, and but at the end of the day, what do nihilists want? They want destruction. They want chaos to reign, and that's evident of their involvement in Dream Catalogue and their involvement in my business too. This isn't the first time I've had weasels trying to interfere in my business, brother. Way back when I left the WWF for the second time around 1994, there was a weasel that came up to me, and he was willing to put huge money, big money, into Weasel Mania and Weasel Maniacs, and having me endorse all this Weasel Mania stuff. And I did a bit of digging because the Hulkster's got contacts, man. And that weasel that visited me that day was the grandfather of the current weasel that's around my ankles now. So there's a bit of hatred going on, and the Hulkster's never been about hatred, man. The Hulkster, now that I'm a Christian, now that I have these firm Christian beliefs, I can't spread hatred to a Hulkamaniac. I can't spread a message other than love, because that goes against who I am now.
So, is that why you haven't released any music on the record label yet?
Well,
because I noticed since you took over Dream Catalogue, you released one album, which was your own album.
Yeah. So,
and then since then, there hasn't been a single release. What is that about?
There's been a very important shift that's happened behind the scenes in Dream Catalogue. I've had to address the fact that quite a lot of artists on this label are Satanists, nihilists, schizophrenic crybabies who have nothing of interest to add to the conversation, no depth. And it's sad because these people, that they claim that they need all this money from music, and yet they ain't able to draw a dime compared to the Hulkster. But I tell you what, if I win the match with Doc Weasel, I promise the next few releases of Dream Catalogue will be based and Christian built. I've got gospel choirs all over the United States ready to sing anthems of Hulkamania that will enlighten and brighten the future generations, bring them to Christ, and really shine a light of hope and a light of love for the future, brother. That's what it's all about.
And a light of Hulkamania.
A light of hope and Hulkamania. That's exactly it, brother.
Right,
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on today, Hulk. Before you get going and working on the record label today, and I assume you've got a lot of things going on today, so thank you for stopping by and giving us your time today. But
anytime, brother. You're welcome to come down to Hogan Beach Shop anytime if you want.
Oh, that would be great. I would love that. Yeah, that would be fantastic. So before you get going today, is there anything else you want to say to the fans or to the Tucker Carlson Sportscast listeners before you get going?
Well, first things first, Doc, you've been an incredible guest. Thank you so much.
A guest? I'm the host right here.
Well, my apologies, brother. I've got my mind on bashing a few weasel skulls together.
Yeah, of course, I've
got a lot on my plate today. I've got a lot I need to figure out. But I've got a message for all the Dream Catalogue fans, and it's the old classic, what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan runs wild on you? All right, we're good. We can leave
Thanks,
now.
Hall.
All right.
That was fantastic. Great.
That'll be $200.